Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw. I'm here at the Avoya Travel Conference on board Navigator of the Seas, and we're here with kind of the technology duo of Avoya Travel that puts a lot of the magic all together for the travel agency. We're here with Mike Anderson and Daniel Rego, and we're going to talk about a particular program that was announced here called Avoya Top Picks. And we'll tell you all about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Now, Mike, this was announced. First of all, just tell us exactly what Avoya Top Picks is.
So Avoya Top Picks is our initiative that's part of our Avoya 2025 plan.
Which we were talking about in a previous interview.
Exactly.
Right?
So it's our opportunity. We've been developing a lot of technology in the past few years that focuses more around the value rather than price. And this is an evolution of that where we're taking a lot of that intelligence that we've built and applying it to the order in which sailings will appear on our consumer website. So that if we take a step back and we think of how traditionally, if somebody were to search for a cruise on a website, usually you're going to get one of two ways of ordering the results. Either it's going to be chronological, so closest date to today is going to show up first, and then a day later it's going to show up second, and then so on. Or it's going to be sorted based on lowest price. So up at the top of the results, you're getting the cheapest stuff, and then down at the bottom you get the most expensive. And what we found is neither of those really is delivering relevancy and the value proposition that these cruise lines and offers are putting out there and making that easy to find for the customer. So a lot of those really good values are appearing lower in the results in those situations, when really those are the ones that you want to bring up front and center so that it's clear that as a consumer, and that's kind of the test that we do internally, is if I do this search, is what's coming back what I would want to see if I were the consumer?
Right.
And we were finding with the old solution, the answer was no. And with this new solution, while we've got this in phase one, we're going to be iterating on it and making it better and better over time. The answer is a resounding yes. This is much more relevant and much more value-packed than what would have come up if we were just looking at the cheapest price or the next sailing that happened to be chronological in order.
Right. Now, Daniel, what's the rollout schedule for this new Avoya Top Picks, and what kind of work did you have to do to really create it?
So the initial rollout, we're looking to roll it out in Q3 of this year. And the work around it, we captured a lot of data from both our users, like the customers on our website and on the sailings. So it's basically like integrating the two together, and making it
Yeah, because there's a ton of rates all over the market, and to find the one that really kind of works in this sense, that's not the least expensive, but that has the most amenities or whatever else, is kind of tough, I would think, right?
Exactly. And to Mike's point, it's exposing the value. Value is where we believe we had the best opportunity to sell. Customers, once we attract traffic to our websites, we want to direct our customers to where we have the best opportunity to sell and give DIAs the best opportunity to close a lead. So we believe it's going to have a big impact on both. I think DIAs and the customers are going to like it.
Yeah. So what has been the reception to the announcement here from your IAs, from your independent agent affiliates?
Everybody's really excited because it makes everybody's life a lot easier. When you're having to sell purely based on price, that's as a salesperson, you're already kind of starting a step behind in the process. So everything that we can do to bring the value proposition up front and center early on in the process just helps the consumer have the right awareness. It helps the independent agency who's servicing and selling to that customer really book into the right product for that customer with the most value that they can possibly get for their dollar. And then it really rewards the partners that we're working with so that we're putting more volume onto them rather than whatever happened to be just the lowest price
Right.
that was out there on the market.
And what kind of education and training are you going to have to go through to teach your independent affiliates how to do this, how to recognize this, or is it just going to pop up for them?
I think these features, once the customer submits on a ceiling that has the best software, they have visibility to the ceiling that they submitted under. And this is also functionality that we'll be looking to roll out within Affinity Empower, which is the system that they access.
Right. So yeah, so that'll all be rolling out together, and so I mean, this was really one of the major announcements here at this conference, and it goes, as you said, with your Avoya 2025 plan, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the beauty of it is all three of our user groups, our travelers, our travel sellers, and our supplier partners, it helps all of those. Like I was saying earlier, each one gets reinforced by us putting in front of the potential customer the right thing from the get-go. Everything else falls into place because of that. And that could have happened in the past, but it was more by accident that they would see the best thing for them rather than it just being immediate, instant, and ready for them to take advantage of. So we've got really exciting stuff with this first phase, but we've got lots more in store for phase 2. So it's just going to be a continuing evolution for us as we improve the system more and more.
Now, Daniel, will you be able to do this with all of your cruise partners very, very quickly?
Yes, all the cruise partners that we have on our websites will be rolling out for all of them.
Okay, and also, I assume the same system and technology can be applied to other travel products that you're focusing a lot more on escorted tours now and on all-inclusive sales, and I assume somehow you're going to be able to do that with them as well because they have a ton of offers too, right?
Exactly, and that's the plan. Volume-wise for us, it makes sense to start with cruise. Anytime you roll something out like this, the more volume you have going to a feature on a digital property, the easier it is to start making learnings. So that's why we started with cruises. We're going to see how that goes. We're going to iterate over time and improve the process, and then we'll roll that out to other travel types.
Well, Avoya Top Picks sounds like a revolutionary new way to look at value instead of just price. And it hopefully will allow your independent affiliate agents the ability to sell even more. Thanks for taking the time to explain Avoya Top Picks, and great to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, James.
I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.